Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the day this video chooses to reach you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the day this video chooses to reach you. Hope you're feeling fine, hope you're feeling well, hope you're feeling best. Hope you realize that you are blessed because you got to see a day somebody else didn't get to see. Welcome to another episode of the Political Crash Out podcast, and it is I, the Political Crash Out, Von P. How are you doing tonight? Let me know in the chat if you like. Tonight we're gonna touch on a plethora of topics that I just been taking notes the last couple of days, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on in the world? Of course, Trump looking old as shit out here. he's shooting old out here, man. I noticed I looked at a recent development in the city of Pompano Beach, and it let me know why we seen certain questions on the ballot this past November for the city of Pompano Beach. And I want to talk about that. And it's a perfect example of why politics is viewed as a long game and not just an immediate game. Why you got to look at it for the long term, not just for the right now. It's a perfect example of why when you hear motherfuckers like, that's ugly ass glare on there. I like to see it nicely. Damn. Need another book to prop it up. I want y'all to see that background. It's a nice little glare going on. But pardon me. God damn it. Stay, motherfucker, stay. But damn. Well, just hold it for a little bit. Hold it up here. I'll see what it is. Black Panthers. Not the Black Panther, but Black Panthers. But the move I saw for the city of Pompano Beach let me know and is the perfect example of why you have to view politics as the long game and not just the immediate game. I'm going to talk about that move and a couple of other things tonight. What else we got on this notepad here? Fox News is tripping. I don't know if y'all seen the clip of this man talking wild, but we gonna jump into that. Speaking of motherfuckers talking wild, I want to just jump straight into something real quick. RG3 is a whole ass nigga. Like, he's straight up bitch. You got two of the marquee players in the WNBA having some statistically great seasons, and this motherfucker chooses to always try and throw shade and throw mud at Angel Reese. Some people need to just get punched in their fucking face. He's the perfect example. Matter of fact, I had it queued up to show, but I'm not gonna get that shit no life. I'm not gonna show the pictures that he showed. But the motherfucker showed a picture of Angel Reese portrayed as a monkey and tried to give this veiled response of, oh, this is the problem, what's going on in the world, you know, this is not good, this is not okay, this is not this, that's not the other. The problem is that only a couple people, maybe 1,000 people have seen the picture or the post. But when he reposted it, now millions of people have seen this shit. That's why I don't want to show it, because I don't want to get that shit further life. But it's some bullshit, to say the least. And Shaq has come out and said, straight up, he told RG3 on another podcast, like, if you show another picture of Angel Reese, another monkey picture of Angel Reese, we'll punch you in the face. I'm straight up. And not only that, Bernice King, Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, tweeted him and told him basically to shut the fuck up. Not only that, big ass 400 and forever pound Mark Henry of the WWE told him straight up, like, you know, that's wrong. And, you know, Mark Henry he at one point in time was the world's strongest man. So you got all this going on. It ain't a good time for RG3 to be saying anything from further on. He just might get punched in shit. And this reminds me, this is why we gotta have motherfuckers getting punched in shit now. When I grew up in the 80s, in the 90s, everything was not solved through fights. But a big but. Some people just got punched in their shit for certain things, and it didn't lead to a fight. And they got a motherfucking mind right. I'm not calling for violence. Maybe not. But I'm not directly calling for violence. But we gotta bring back punching niggas in their shit. Like, it might be okay to just punch a motherfucker in their face from time to time. I'm not just saying like any and everybody for all things, but when motherfuckers just get straight up out of pocket and say some crazy shit or do some stupid shit, you should be allowed to just slap the fuck out their ass one good time. You know, at the very least. Just let me get a. Our parents used to do it when we was kids. When we would get out of line, they'll pop us, hey, get in line, motherfucker. Why, as adults, can we not just slap a motherfucker real quick for getting out of line and it not be looked down upon? You know, we gotten soft as a nation, man. We used to be a real tough ass nation. We was built on fighting. We was founded on fucking a war. Shit. We was founded, not even a war. We founded by motherfuckers invading and taking some shit. Brute force. So why in 2025 when RG3 steps out of line and shows some bullshit, can't we just slap the fuck out his ass? Serious question. If you share some similar or different feelings in the chat, let me know. But I feel like we should be able to stop motherfucking their shit when they step out of line nowadays. Like, seriously do. Because this RG3 situation is the perfect example why we should be able to just, shut up. Stupid ass nigga. Let me stop real quick because I don't want to seem like I'm getting on calling too much violence, calling for violence out here. But RG3 is a hoe, man. Make sure I get this shit off my checklist real quick. Speaking of stopping motherfuckers in their shit, I want to take a moment to give a shout out and thank rappers like Kendrick Lamar and the Clips. Because Kendrick Lamar and the Clips have given us real rap bars back. Not only that, they've given us real rap battles back. So we can start to weed out some of this fuckery that's going on. Because this motherfucker they done ran Drake to Canada. I told somebody, I was on record when that first battle came out as saying, it'd be at least a year before Drake could come back and do something. Maybe 2, but at least 1 year before he do something sustainable. People told me I was crazy. I was tripping. It's been a little over a year. He had a song a couple months ago that did some numbers. It did something sustainable. But as we can see, Drake is now jumped ship. Drake over there across the pond, gargling the UK rappers' balls. He's seen the scene change. And we're getting back to the origins of rap, real rap bars. And hopefully cats like Jordan Lucas and I don't want to call Tyler the Creator's name because he's been out there, but I want Tyler the Creator to start rapping a little bit more like that on the regular, like he was on the Clips album. Show me some of them bars right there. He touches a lot of bases when he puts an album together, which works for him, and I don't fault him for it. But give me some bars like that, my nigga. Give me some bars like that, Tyler. We got a wave coming. And I need you to be a part of that wave, Tyler, because if Tyler the Creator puts that stamp on real rap bars the back, it's going to put a lot of these other rappers on notice. Like, man, I got to get my shit together. Because if I don't, I'm gonna get left behind. If they get left behind, that's on them. But Tyler the Creator, he there. Some of the other rappers, I ain't gonna start just naming names and shit, but some of these other rappers are there too. But a lot of more of them need to get their shit together, or go to Canada or UK with Drake. All right, so it's something I want to touch on that I'm torn to show this shit because I don't want to really give it life. But I got to prove this point or show the point. Like this shit here. I'm gonna just show this shit because it's needed. The other day on Fox, a commentator, excuse me, thought it would be cool to try and play on the word Nazi. Let me run the clip for you guys.
See this and not see that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us.
Let me restart it.
This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us when you call us Nazis. See this and not see that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my hey, what up, my hey, what's hanging, my
no, please.
This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us when you call us Nazis.
Get this bitch ass motherfucker off my screen. Now, the problem with that type of rhetoric is that a couple of things happened just now. Let me sit up in my seat so we can get to it. First of all, this motherfucker had the fucking audacity to first start out, you know, that's why the criticism don't matter to us. We don't care. Real dismissive. And then he started with they. That was starting to think they don't like us. Who the fuck is they, Cracker? Who the fuck is they? These motherfuckers getting real bold right now. I told some, I said it before the last Trump administration. These motherfuckers like this get real emboldened and feel free to just move how the fuck they want to move and talk that crazy Nazi, bigoted, racist bullshit when Trump is in office. When Trump is in office, these motherfuckers feel the right to say all this wild shit. And it gets a free pass because Trump is not going to direct the Justice Department to do anything about it. Not a motherfucking thing. Nothing. Not only that, this motherfucker said it. Oh, the blacks. When we're gonna wake up and see what the fuck is going on. Say we need to do what the blacks did and empower the word Nazi. So they're not even shying away from even being associated with it anymore. They want to be, oh, what's up, my Nazi? Nazi, please. And the way they present it and deliver this is through a comedic approach. People will try and disarm you with comedy and laughter just like this. This is the prime example of how people will try and use jovial behavior or laughter and trying to make a joke about something to pass off some bullshit in front of your motherfucking face and get you to laugh at it. It's not funny. It's not fucking funny. It's not okay at fucking all. I just took a breath because I was about to say something that might have got me kicked off the internet. But the shit that we're seeing is not cool from these motherfuckers. And people need to wake the fuck up and see what the hell is going on. And stop saying, well, we didn't really do that. I don't think they would do that. They ain't gonna do that. They're doing it. This motherfucker just tried to reappropriate the word Nazi on live TV and Fox News. Let them get off. Let them get that shit off. Fox News, let them get that shit off. It's happening in front of our fucking faces, yo. Right in front of our goddamn faces. Because this nation is really shaping up to be the haves and the have-nots. When you see the moves that are developing and being done, it's really shaping up to be the haves and the have-nots. You really have to pay attention to politics for the long game and not just the short game. Because when you're not paying attention, this shit becomes shaped for who got it and who don't got it. And if you ain't got it, it's gonna be a long fucking day and night in life for you. Because this shit is just they're not even being fucking coy about it. They're shaping this shit for the haves and the have-nots. And this is the prime example of what I'm going to show you. And (2024), the city of Pompano Beach has some ballot amendments put on the ballot for the voters to vote on. Say, hey, we're gonna put some questions on the ballot and let you decide whether you agree with these measures or not. The voters of the city of Pompano Beach read those ballots questions, and overwhelmingly they agreed to them. Now, what were these ballot questions you asked? Proposed amendment number 1, removing eminent domain from the charter as a requirement for property transfers to governmental entities. You voted yes on that. Question number 2, approving contracts by resolution and for terms longer than 5 years with the city commission approval. They approved that. Third question, approving leases by resolution and for terms longer than 50 years with the city commission approval. They approved that. Now, why do you think the city of Pompano Beach asked their voters in November of 2024, could they do all that? I'll give you the answer right here. Simply, we're gonna go Google. We're gonna ask about the Ritz-Carlton Pompano Beach. The Ritz-Carlton Pompano Beach began development in January of 2025. There is going to be a Ritz-Carlton hotel and residences placed in Pompano Beach. Less than a couple of years. Well, it's supposed to open in 2026 or 2027. So within 2 years of the voters of Pompano Beach approving a ballot measure to allow for leases to be made for longer than 5 and 50 years, we got skyscraper hotels coming to Pompano Beach. Not just the Ritz-Carlton residences, we also have the W. The W residences are coming to Pompano Beach as well. Oh, I clicked on Palm Beach. Let's go try and X that out. There we go, Pompano Beach. The W residences are coming to Pompano Beach. So once again, now do you guys understand why you have to pay attention to politics for the long term and not just for the short term? Things like this happen all the fucking time where people are not looking at politics outside of the year of the election and don't even understand what some of those questions and some of those things that are put on the ballot really fucking mean. The city of Pompano Beach put some questions on the ballot in November that had they voted, the city of Pompano Beach residents voted no on, the W wouldn't be there. The rich wouldn't be in development. These are properties that seek long-term leases. Before the election, when I did my content, I specifically talked about those questions. And I said at the time, I do not know what the city of Pompano Beach has in development. But for them to put these type of questions on the ballot says that they've been having talks with somebody about something. And those lease terms were a contentious point at some point in the negotiations. So now to resolve that contentious point, they're putting it to the voters of Pompano Beach to see if, hey, they want to change the lease terms that they're allowed to offer businesses like the Ritz-Carlton and the W. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect example of why you have to pay attention to politics for the long game, but not just for the short term. I'm not saying that these new developments coming to the city of Pompano Beach are going to be bad, because the location for the W is not far from where some of the residents of Pompano Beach that mainly identify as Black live. So this tells me that the residents of Pompano Beach have not one, but two new developments that are coming that are within driving range or bus range or Uber range to the communities that those jobs would be created for. It's not foreign. It's not a foreign idea to think that a lot of the residents of Pompano Beach that may not be able to buy a residence at the W or the Ritz, but a lot of the residents in South Beach can't afford to buy one either. You know what I'm saying? Equality, motherfucker. But this, like I said, this is the prime example of why you must pay attention to politics for the long term, not just for the short term. Because this nation is shaping up to be for the haves and the have-nots. And when you not paying attention, or you're not plugged in, and you saying shit like, "Oh, politics ain't got nothing to do with me," shit like this pops up in your backyard and you don't even know it's there. But you're the one that voted to make it happen. That's how politics works. But when you pay attention to this stuff and you understand what's going on, you can position yourself to be able to benefit from it. Because right now, the city of Pompano Beach is starting to hire for a lot of those positions for the W and the Ritz. And if you are aware of it, you may be applying. But if you're not aware of it, if you're not aware that this is even coming, you might be left out in the fucking cold. Got a couple more topics to take up with y'all time tonight. One of the things I really want to touch on, though, is the weather. Have y'all noticed how fucked up the weather has been lately? Oh, no. Don't leave that site. Leave this site. Boy, I almost fucked up, y'all. I almost fucked up. All right, so why did this shit give me all this fuckery? Like I had this shit queued up perfectly to do some things and talk about some shit. But now this motherfucker giving me all type of other fuck shit I ain't trying to see. All right, so where's the shit that I was looking at earlier? I think that's it right here. I don't know if y'all noticed what type of weather we've been having lately or what the fuck has been going on in the weather, but it's some fucked up shit that's been happening. We've seen weather like we've never seen before with this Trump administration. And I'm not going to sit here and try and be one of those fucking conspiracy theorists, lunatics, and try and dare blame Trump for the weather. I won't dare do that. But what I will do is point out that weather reports across the nation have been shitty as fuck since Donald Trump started laying off all these weathermen across the nation. All these people from the National Weather Service, from National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, all these people that do important jobs to be able to give our weathermen and women the ability to tell us a accurate fucking forecast. Not only that, when you look at what's been going on across the fucking nation, we have a fucking 7.3 magnitude earthquake in Alaska. I mean, nobody really lives there. It's there most parts of that shit where this shit happened, but well, let me say, may God rest the soul of those anybody that were affected by it. But it's a lot of shit that's been going on that had we had the properly staffed departments that monitor weather, a lot of shit could have gone a lot better. Just say it like that. No, I just talked in the circle, but fuck that shit. We got dry conditions in California. I seen something that what's that story at? Because I seen something on here that said it created some goddamn tornadoes. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. Here you go right here. A Derico rips across North Dakota with 100-mile-an-hour winds and created tornadoes. What the fuck is a Derico? I've never heard of whatever the fuck that is in my whole entire goddamn life. But all of a sudden, we seeing these types of shit pop up. The fuck? Like, how? How? And Trump steady trying to lay motherfuckers off. And we keep seeing this shit go to the shitter worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. When will this shit stop? When will this shit stop? I don't fucking know, but speaking of Trump, this motherfucker, I don't want to pick on the old people, so I'm not going to pull up his video. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to pull it up. If you haven't been pipped to game, Donald Trump has been photographed recently, as of today, with noticeable marks, i.e., these veins in his hands that were covered up with makeup. You can see it real good in these pictures here. Like they tried to cover this shit with makeup, but this is where he's getting the IV and treatments, y'all. Like this little mark right here, he's swollen up from a fucking IV. That's where the needle went in there. He's got all type of bruising here that is covered up with makeup to try and make him not look as bad. And not only that, he got some fucking cankle shit going on that it's a real good picture of right here. Well, they did show that shit, but Let me not. I'm going too hard. I'm going too hard picking at old people and shit. Let me stop. But them cankles, boy, them cankles that you see right there, them cankles. We talked about Joe Biden, his old ass. Trump is deteriorating before our eyes, which makes me continue to wonder why we have people that say they tired of seeing America ran by old rich white men, and they keep continuing to vote old rich white men into fucking office. I don't fucking get it. I just don't fucking get it. And now you got another old white man deteriorating before our fucking eyes. Something else I wanted to touch on. And I'm not even for the fucking look that shit up because I don't want to get these little fuck. Let me stop. The notion of the greater good is dying off. I'm gonna say it's dead. It's dead. It used to be central to the black community's thought process, but the notion of the greater good is dead. And the move that makes me say it's dead is Kai Cenat and his AMP streamer crew doing a deal with Target to put their deodorant and body products in there. And let me roll it back, because I'm not going to say they did a deal with Target. I'm going to say they allowed Target to use them to overcome a boycott that was going on by the black community, because Target saw the opportunity that was in front of them. They could try and bring in the younger black crowd that isn't as socially conscious into Target, if not for just that tone shit, but just trying to pick up some other shit. And Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, and all the rest of the motherfuckers, they fell for it. They took the bait. And Duke Dennis did a stream. He did a stream talking about, most entrepreneurs, if they had the opportunity to get their shit in Target, they would try and do that. But what this individual is not realizing is that they've had their stuff out for a while. They've been shopping it for a little minute. Target just don't give a fuck about it. Target gives a fuck about trying to use them to get back into the black community. And had they been savvy enough or smart enough and not been hella just individualistic, like, hey, we need to get our shit, man. It's about us. We got to get that money, man. We got to get that money. This is a great opportunity. We got to get that money. Had they thought about it, they might have been able to leverage that opportunity that they were being presented into getting not only them on, but other black brands on, to try and maybe broker in a deal with Target. Like, hey, we can end the boycott if you do this. We know what's going on. We know what y'all trying to do, but hey, we're gonna help y'all, but you got to help us and some other black people. But when you just thinking about the bag or getting it, for you and your own, you forget about the notion of the greater good. That you forget that you forget that notion even fucking exists. And that's what we've seen from that AMP crew. Oh, I fucking missed some. My bad, chat. I gotta go back a little bit. Imagine Trump without his orange tint. Yeah, Trump with his orange tint is a motherfucker. But now we've seen that, oddly enough, that orange tint was natural, because they had to put some makeup over that bruise mark to fucking cover that shit up. I'm not gonna go as far on Wit TV to say Kai Cenat is a sellout or Duke Dennis is a sellout. I'm not gonna call them guys sellouts, because I just honestly don't think they realized the position that they were in. I truly don't think the power. I don't think they realized the power that they had. They had leverage, but now that they've signed whatever terms to whatever contract they've signed, the leverage is over there with Target because they never realized that they had the leverage to begin with. When you're talking about negotiations, you have to understand who has the leverage in the situation. And that's why I brought up the fact that they could have sat down at that table and talked some big shit and said, hey, we could end this boycott, but we need you to do this. And they even got Pastor Jamal involved and say, hey, we got a deal on the table. We think we could broker a deal to, you know what I'm saying, get Target to put X amount of black brands back in their stores and push, you know, some black shit. You know, they might not be as vocal with it, but we can get them to put that shit back in there and, you know, give it some prime shelf space. Some shit like that, you know. But if you're not forward thinking, or you're not thinking about being savvy in the business deal, you're just thinking about, damn, I'm just get this bag. Oh my God, they show me a lot of money. A lot of these young boys, they just run and get the bag, and that's where we're fucked up at. That's why I said the notion of the greater good is dead in the black community because we're seeing it. There's no way in hell these guys didn't know the Target boycott was going on. Not only did Target get them to put their shit in there, they put these motherfuckers in Target to let them do their streams from. Like, come stream from Target. Yeah, come stream from Target. That'd be a cool idea if you stream from Target. All of them motherfuckers got experiences of trying to stream in a Target store and getting security to somebody telling them, now you can't stream in here. But now, all of a sudden, the executives of Target telling you it's okay for you streaming there. Do a whole fucking stream live from Target. They never realized that they had the leverage in that deal. But now that they've signed that deal under whatever terms they've signed, and I'm pretty sure they finna get fucking pimped. They about to get fucking pimped. Target is for to get their money's worth out of these young brothers. And the oldest out of them all, I think, is that Duke character. But as we could tell by who he is as a person, Duke don't know shit. Yes, and they don't even. This is how you know they don't respect Duke for his age. They don't even revert that nigga as Uncle OG and none of that shit. Every young nigga in America would call him Uncle OG. But they recognize mentally this nigga's on our level. Fucking you know OG. Target seen that shit immediately. That's why they approached them. You think they the only motherfuckers that got some shit going on? No. You're right. MLK did warn us about motherfuckers like that. He warned us. Hell, every black, I just call it revolutionaries, but every black leader over the past forever has warned us about sellout motherfuckers. It's always going to be somebody within the group that's not going to be happy about something. It don't matter what it is, they're not going to be happy about something. And they're going to try and burn that shit down. They're going to do shit that they some of them may try and be slick about it and try and make it out look as bad, like these amp boys. But some people just gonna be all right with that shit, man. I gotta get my money. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I gotta get my money. I gotta take care of my kid. I gotta take my care of this. Overlooking the fact that you are doing it. We in America, we got this excess mindset where we think we need to have the biggest of every fucking thing and the most of every fucking thing and the most expensive of everything. Nah. There's this fucking conversation going around Facebook right now about back to school shopping for kids, where some people are saying $500 is not enough money to do quality back to school shopping for kids. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Do I spend more than $500 on my child to send us back to school? Probably so, but I never really added up. But do I think $500 is enough to adequately prepare a child to go back to school? You goddamn right I do. You motherfucking right. You know how much shit a kid could get for $500? Like that mindset that $500 ain't enough is that ain't where it's at. You can get it, man. Listen, one, there's always some shoes on sale somewhere that are fresh and dope. So you ain't gotta spend $200, $300, $500 on some goddamn sneakers. That's number one. And number two, if you got a kid that's in elementary school, you're talking about a kid that's gonna be in there competing with motherfuckers that got toy trucks and dinosaurs on their sneakers. What the fuck are we talking about here? You take a kid that's in elementary school is still fair game for Old Navy and Children's Place. Those are them two stores right there, $500. Fucking you balling. That jit is gonna be set with some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what. I mean that I don't know where that type of shit comes from, but it needs to fucking go away. It's a toxic mindset in the black community that we got to spend the most money on bullshit. I can't believe that shit really was a topic on Facebook. Really just trending on Facebook. Like motherfuckers really talking about $500, $500. Like $500 ain't enough. Since when? It ain't enough if you trying to fucking be the fucking flashiest jit on campus with the most name brand shit. But half these teenagers nowadays walk around in hoodies and fucking Adidas pants. You get a couple pair of Adidas pants, 2-3 hoodies for them to change out during the week, some fucking flip-flops, a pair of sneakers. That might be $200 right there. And that's all they gonna fucking wear. The motherfuckers that say $500 ain't enough, they out of touch with their kids and what they really be on. Because when you plugged in with these kids, especially these teenagers be walking around looking like fucking bums, man. Like you just gonna have the fresh shit in their closet, but they gonna walk around looking like bums. Hoodies, sweatpants, Crocs, and the Crocs gonna be worn, like leaning like a motherfucker. These just don't be giving a fuck. Shit. I feel you. I could be the flashiest jit for $500 too. Shit. 500? Man, listen. They sell Reebok in Walmart now. And if you go on the Walmart website, you can buy some Gucci and shit like that too. It might be Fucci, but it's made by Gucci. The fake Hermes handbag is made by the same people. But I digress. Let's see what else we got on here to talk about and we'll touch on. Let's see, $500 to come buy 10 sets of clothing with $300 left over for supplies. You right, you damn sure right. And when you got sites like Fashion Nova and Shein and all this other bullshit that these girls be fucking shopping on, 500? Man, you give a teenage girl $500 to go shopping with on Shein. Let her get an Amazon cart going for your ass. Bitch, man, you crazy as fuck. $500 is well enough. Well fuck enough. Like I said, I may do some things in excess, but I fully know that I'm going overboard when I spend what I spend on my child. I be prepared for. I be mentally, financially prepared to go overboard every fucking year. But $500 is well enough. That's more than fucking enough. I'm just thinking about the shit that, like, Like I'm like, damn. You can go on like Hibbett Sports, go stock at one of them sites, find some cheap shoes that's flat, some fresh. You go in your local store, they always got some shit that's on sale, that's fresh. Fucking Stoke, man. 500 niggas, man. People be trying to do the most out here. People be trying to do the absolute fucking most. That's why they say 500 enough. They be trying to pretend like they fucking rich as shit. Man, you motherfuckers ain't rich. Right, one thing I wanted to end on is more so of a thought and not a topic. Everything ain't a joke. We'll see people that try and make jokes out of every fucking thing, especially when people are trying to be serious. When people are trying to be serious, we got to understand that may be some shit you need to pay attention to and not make a joke about. Before the election, we seen a lot of fucking memes and jokes about a lot of shit Trump was doing on the campaign trail. Oh, that motherfucker said he gonna, man, he gonna, man, talking crazy, man. And now look, we got a concentration camp in the fucking Everglades in Florida. Haitians, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, Cubans, Afghanis, all are being booted out of America, left and right. We can't get a fucking weather report to save our goddamn lives. I don't know about where you was at in the world on the 4th of July, but they told us it was gonna rain on the 4th of July. That shit fucked up so many people's plans. And we can't get a goddamn weather report to save our life, and we keep getting crazier and crazier storms each fucking year. From the tornadoes that are being thrown from hurricanes coming through Florida to the shit that I couldn't pronounce 10 minutes ago. You know, it's wild deportations going on. It's a lot of shit going on because people made jokes about shit that was not funny. And they humorized the bad shit that Trump was talking about. Just like in the clip where I showed you where the people were talking about being Nazis. They humorized being called Nazis and admitting to being Nazis. Because they see that humor can disarm motherfuckers. And people will make jokes about any fucking thing to avoid from seeing what's going on in reality, which is it's insane, bro. Like, when we gonna wake the fuck up? Everything ain't a fucking joke, and that's why I want to end this shit. Peace.